What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge softball edition of our YouTube live here. Thanks for joining us and hopping on. We're here to talk all things Sooner softball, the Battle Series #2 out of the way. And already some comments rolling in here. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do that and turn on your notifications. But yeah, B. Mosier here. I was actually very impressed. Same thing that you mentioned here. I know Hunter was as well with Peyton Monticelli, B. Mosier, and Guerin. Guerin has an unbelievable changeup. It is insane, the changeup that she throws. And Peyton Monticelli can freaking bring the heat. Both of those, I agree with that comment. Really looking good.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Go ahead.
What were you going to say, Braden?
I was going to say S.J. Guerin's changeup was pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and I see
yeah.
a couple other comments on here, too, about the freshman. Pickering, guys, another bomb. Pickering's hit a home run in every game. I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah. Hunter, I know you were impressed with Monticelli tonight. Talk to us about your impressions.
Yeah, Peyton Monticelli was great up until that final out, back-to-back home runs, giving up. But, I mean, she struck out Jada Coleman. How many strikeouts in a row do you remember, Jerm? Because she, did the middle inning and then the bottom.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head, but she was rolling, dude.
But, the fact that OU's pitching staff is so deep that Peyton Monticelli, who isn't going to be the 1 or the 2, and you can even make the argument that she won't even be the 3, is the hardest thrower on the team. This staff, I can't get over how deep they are. Everyone knows it. But to finally see it from everybody tonight with Peyton Monticelli just dealing once again, I'll be interested to see who gets that MVP for pitching tonight.
Yeah, and if you see who it is, let us know. But yeah, I mean, they got the rotation is so deep and so different. They're all a little bit different. Maxwell struggled a little, so did May. Maxwell then settled down a little bit later. Seemed like she was trying a little too hard. I do like this comment from CJ. Thanks, CJ, for hopping on this and commenting. Torres looked really good at both in the field and at the plate. She's hitting ropes, and we all talked about kind of here in the offseason, we really expect her to have a big season at the plate.
Yeah.
She did do some good things at third base.
You're right. And speaking of Torres, it's going to be interesting depending on that shortstop position because Torres is going to be tough to keep on the field, but so is Pickering, guys. Pickering's back right now. What she's doing as a freshman is ridiculous. All the freshmen are really good, but Pickering surprised me because if you would have told me out of the 4 freshmen, I probably wouldn't have picked her to have that hot of a bat early on, but she's doing really well. So I don't know how they're going to do that playing time with right field. You know what I mean?
Hey, now it's 2 home runs for her through
3.
3. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and Ella Parker, guys, has maybe her swing is so freaking smooth. Hey, and Brito did have a nice play at short. There was an error. I don't know who they credited the error to, Nicole May or Brito, but there was some miscommunication with Brito and Lilio. Kevin has a question about Tia Malloy. Isn't Tia Malloy's not this year's class? So
next
Tia Malloy
year,
24.
She's class of 2024, but that means she plays in 2025.
Next season.
Yeah, the next season. So that Kevin, that's where Tia is. She'll be in the next year's class. Hey, Maya Bland though. Have you heard anything on Maya Bland?
No.
Yeah, neither have I. So Sydney Sanders was out again. CJ, the freshmen are. It's. You think about who they can bring off the bench, guys, for pinch hitting, and it is insane. Who they can bring to. Yeah.
One of the pinch hitters last year's hitting really good right now. That's Lilio.
Oh yeah, she is. She made a great play at second base. On Riley Boone was running to first, and Lilio threw a freaking dime time. Is it DG or is it Quincy Lilio? Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you, out of the pitchers, Monticelli's been the biggest surprise for me. And because I didn't watch her at Wisconsin, I didn't really know a whole lot, but I did not expect her to come in and be this good this fast. And I know they haven't played a game yet, but I'm just saying her stuff looks really good.
Yeah, she had a really nice at bat against Jada. She threw one in on her, kind of get her off the plate a bit, and then struck her out a couple pitches later. And I can't remember if it was the middle or the bottom of the fifth, but at the end of the game.
Yeah. Hey, great comment by Rick here. Rick.
Yeah, guys, Hannah Core. Hannah Core, to me, was one of the most impressive athletes out there tonight. She is fast. If you notice the first hit she had just right up the freaking gut down the middle, laser to Jada. Jada came up throwing because that's how fast Hannah Core is. She might have could have got the second on that. She can fly. She made 2 great plays in the outfield too. Hannah Core is going to play. She can play third. She can play the outfield. She does look like she's bulked up a little. Kudos to the strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw the comment here about Sydney Sanders. We heard in the practice, maybe it was a week or 2 ago, she kind of had a little situation come up, I think at home plate or something. But I think everything's precautionary on that. Don't y'all? I mean, everything I've heard, that's a precautionary thing.
I agree.
Hannah Core, guys, I think she'll start at right field this year.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if she's going to start, but
I don't think she'll start, but she'll be in the rotation.
She'll be in the rotation. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, Burrito is so fun. I don't know if you saw the video also that was going around Burrito and Kenzie Hansen shopping. It was pretty cool to watch. Burrito's just so enthusiastic. Quincy Lilio too, guys. You didn't get to see a lot of Quincy last year. She is so energetic, man.
Hey, love this call.
Yeah, Jay, when we had Monticelli on the podcast, we had her and SJ Guerin on, and both of them credited Coach Rocha and just how elite and how knowledgeable she is. And it is a testament really to Rocha, but also Guerin and Monticelli have been, and B. Mosier said it earlier, just a huge pleasant surprise because we knew what Kirsten Dill could do. We know what May and Maxwell could do. SJ and Peyton Monticelli, wow.
Yeah. Love this comment here by Teague. And this is a great question throws out there. This could be the best team OU has had. Guys, what do you think about that comment?
Yeah. I think it could be. The pitching staff that they have is the deepest it's ever been. You're talking about 6 aces, really. I know Carly Keeney, she's hurt, so she's not going right now. But you have 6 really, really, really good pitchers. This lineup is continuing. I mean, it's middle of October, and we're talking about freshmen on how good all of them are. How are they going to fit into this lineup? There's only 9 spots. I think they're going to put up the most amount of runs they ever had in the past 4 years. Maybe not as much from the long ball, but I think just pure base hits. I think the numbers are going to go up a lot.
Yeah, I think they're going to hit better. I think they're going to score more runs, and the pitching is elite. Who would you give the MVP and most improved to? I think Colin's saying this offseason. Man, I
don't know.
I don't think I haven't seen enough.
Hannah Core has been great. And someone mentioned Hansen about the opposite field bomb. Yeah. Hansen does Hansen things. I mean, you take her for granted. Ludlam struggled a little behind the plate early, guys. Yeah. They're talking about working that glove in, a new glove. She struggled a little bit, settled down some, but man, you take Kenzie Hansen for granted some. I think we often do, but she is so good.
I think of the Hansen, the music, the band, the Hansen Mbop with Kenzie Hansen. Mbop.
Oh yeah,
get it out of the yard.
Hey,
Mbop.
Braden, you mentioned Ludlam's double earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ludlam had a rope double, and she did make a good catch behind the plate. It looked like to me a couple of the errors. There was the one at second base from Nicole May to where Lilio and Burrito kind of miscommunicating. The other one was early in the game. It was Ella Parker and Ludlam, a foul ball behind the plate. Parker probably should have just called that off, but I love the teaching moments that Gasso was, kind of working through. That was cool. The crowd was great. It's kind of sad to see Marita Hines kind of be, this could be it very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, here comment here. Ludlam did struggle, but better now than later. I like her game. She'll be good. Yeah, this is the time you want to get that stuff out of the way, right? On stuff like this, and it's great that you can do these battle series, and you're facing good competition to see that come out. Because if you're playing North Central College like they were there the other night, every game, you're not going to see that stuff come out.
Yeah, I think the error was on Brito. I mean, the throw wasn't bad. The throw was there. May actually made a pretty good play there. I would probably credit the error to Brito. But hey, you talk about some of these that have come in. Hannah Core was mentioned. Ludlam. If you look at them, they're both tall and long. Okay, and then you got the Ella Parker, Cassidy Pickering. They are, I mean, just size-wise, this team is going to have some power, some speed, you name it, they have it.
I didn't see Pickering's homer tonight. Did she go opposite field again? Do y'all know?
I don't really know.
I don't remember.
It was the last inning. I thought she
Yeah, I'm
pulled
trying to
it.
remember if she pulled it or
Thought
went
she pulled
opposite
it.
field. She did. Man,
Hanson went
can
off
spray it
of
everywhere.
Tiare Jennings hit an absolute bomb. And Tiare Jennings was ripping the ball tonight. She was impressive.
Yeah, they were saying
Opposite.
TRAs would have been one of the what they call the tanks if it didn't hit the scoreboard because it would have went over 250. So
I didn't.
Yeah.
Did Hodge do much, guys? I didn't.
She struck out.
Struck out looking, I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if her bat doesn't come along. I don't know.
If you had to ask me right now who the shortstop's going to be, I would say it's going to be Alyssa Brito, and Torres is going to be at third base.
Yeah.
And you could put Core at third or Torres in right too. I mean, if you ask me right now, if the season started tomorrow, I would be leaning with Brito at short. What about you guys?
Viewers, what do you think? Shortstop, if the season started tomorrow, who would it be?
Hodge did play well tonight in the field.
I would go Hodge. That's just me.
So where does Torres fit in, Hunter?
I don't know. It's
right
a tough
fielder,
decision.
extra hitter.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think Brito's glove just at third base. She's been so good for now a couple years. You kind of got to leave her there, in my opinion.
CJ agrees with you, Hunter.
But I'll say Brito did make some good plays, but that era, that was it.
Yeah, Brito's been pretty good too at shortstop, but it's just she's so consistent at third base. It's hard to move, in my opinion, move her away from that where she's been so good for so long now.
Hey, any chance the Tiare Jennings move to shortstop's done, right? That's not happening, right? Don't y'all think? That would shock me.
I don't think you even have to really entertain Jennings going to shortstop because you've got other options. Yeah, this is a problem, as Teague said. The problem is they are so deep, so loaded. I do see maybe they're going to have some of their, super seniors and some get a little bit of some time off a little, some innings off and play some of the youngsters because next year they're losing so many.
Yeah, they're losing a ton next year. That's why this freshman class is so big that's coming in. Does that say, what's the comment there?
Which one?
No. Maybe he was talking about the shortstop move over, probably. Rick says Brito at third, Hodge at shortstop. I think that's the easiest way to go about it, is just to put Hodge at shortstop. I'm a little concerned if her bat doesn't come around. That would be my only concern.
Yeah, you leave Tiare where she's at. She is the best. Hey,
I agree.
You know what was kind of cool watching this battle series? There's so many intricacies and different rules in this thing. It's hard to kind of keep up with. It's like watching the golf tournament where they give you points for birdies instead of you're not minus but you're plus. It's kind of confusing. But one thing that's cool is back in the day, Jay, you remember playing baseball or wiffle ball in the backyard, and you'd have to get a ghost runner on second because you were up to bat again. That happened so many times tonight where someone was batting, it was their turn up, and they're still on base. they'd have a pinch runner. I thought that was cool. It kind of brought me back some old time memories. That was just cool seeing. This year, Patty, man, hey, it was nice seeing the first base coach from 2016, Fala Palimo, out there coaching first, because that was a new addition to the staff.
Yeah. So now, let's see. They don't play. They don't play next Monday. Is that correct?
No.
It's just next week, Wednesday again. Man, they had awesome weather tonight. You couldn't beat the weather tonight.
No.
Crowd
It
was great.
outstanding.
Crowd was great. Oh, Kevin, there is that rule change. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I think he's referring to that Texas had the electronic monitors on wrist, and there's a rule on the play clock or pitch clock is down to 20 instead of 25 seconds. That's one of the rule changes. And I think there is
with the like what baseball does to call
the
pitches.
device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't use that. I like it in baseball. That's just me, but I like when the devices don't work, then it's an issue. You get those pitch clock violations because you don't get an exception. 2 bases at first, that needs to happen in softball and in baseball.
Well, it's happened in softball.
Yeah,
It's one of the rule changes this year.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at. Like that is a good rule. Like that, I don't understand. I know it used to be like that. Like everyone knew softball, you have that other base, and then it kind of just went away. Baseball needs to bring in that rule as well.
Hey, wasn't there a rule change with the pitcher and their foot on the rubber, where your foot can't come off the rubber? You know, some of the ones last year.
Yeah, I forget the wording of it, but
will it be enforced?
They were lifting off of it. Even Jordy Ball a few times.
Will it be enforced? Because it was a rule last year. People said it all the time about Jordy pitching, and it was never enforced. So here's the MVPs for tonight. Kinsey Hansen gets MVP number 1, Tiara Jennings MVP number 2, and Alyssa Brito MVP number 3.
There we go. And Kevin's right. They changed that rule where your foot can come off the rubber, so you don't have to worry about the enforcement anymore.
Yeah.
So that's nice because it was so opinionated by the umpires last year.
I never saw it get called, honestly.
It happened in the crow hopping is the term. That's right, B. Mosier. Thanks, B. Mosier. Appreciate it. I could not remember the name of it. Crow hopping's it. It did get called in the World Series last year a couple times.
On Jordy?
In the postseason, it did. Not on Jordy.
No, it wasn't on Jordy.
No, not on Jordy.
Jordy was the one I saw it happen with the most.
No, it was somebody they were playing.
He was never called for it. So.
Yeah, I think it was Sandercock.
Okay.
I think it was Sandercock.
It might have been Sandercock.
Hey, someone earlier, I did see that challenge. That was funny when Gasso and Fala Palimo was over there making a big deal about it. That was funny. But someone mentioned Monticelli, a comparison with Kennedy. And I know we don't want to get, saying she's the next, Kennedy. But here's the deal. She can throw fast. And
what was her velocity at?
What's her speed compared to Ball? Is it faster than Ball?
What did she get up to tonight? Did y'all see it?
I never saw it.
I didn't see a speed. I didn't see a camera, a gun on it.
I thought Jordy Ball last year got it 72 or 3. Am I
All
wrong?
I know is Peyton Monticelli can bring it, guys.
Yeah.
The way they were talking about Monticelli with her velo, I would think it's higher than that if I had to guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, but the best changeup on staff, SJ Garens looks the best changeup wise. Now Kelly Maxwell has a lot of movement on her pitches. So does May. May was just struggling with control tonight. She was kind of all over the place. But
hey, here's the thing: we've all talked about this with May. May, other than her rise ball, she's not a pitcher that has just amazing stuff, right? She can hit her spots, but she's not someone out there that's going to either blow by you or have just a crazy drop baller. She's got a good rise ball, but when that's not on, B. Moser said up to 70, thanks. Jordy did get up to 72. S.J. Guerin, guys, I think people might forget that she redshirted last year. So that's kind of an advantage sitting on that team last year, working with Rocha, whether it be scouting teams or scouting batters or even working off the side with her. I think she's going to have a tremendous year.
Hey, what is do you guys know the official Maya Bland, why she wasn't there?
It's probably, I don't know. I haven't heard anything on it.
She might have been in there in the dugout. I don't think she was there the other night. She could have been tonight. I have not heard anything on that. If we do hear, we will make sure we let you guys know. But Teague here, yeah, there was talk of S.J. Guerin possibly transferring. Obviously, she's not. She's really good.
She loves the culture there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything on Maya Bland. I just know the other night when she hit that bomb looked pretty good. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And what you're going to see from this team, I know we're all excited about these freshmen, but wait for the next two classes to come in, guys. I know we're super excited about this class, but the next two are unreal. I mean, so it's only going to get, and maybe it's because we're all used to like Jada Coleman's been there for 4 or 5, whatever it's been now. We're not used to seeing this many crop of freshmen coming in, but over the next 3 years, you're going to see a bunch, and they're going to be extremely good.
Yeah, Tia Malloy is the most talked about.
Yeah, next year.
Softball player for next year.
And don't forget,
25, there's 6 out of the top 10 already committed right now.
And don't forget 25, you got Audrey Lowry, number 1 pitcher.
Yeah.
The staff, though, I mean, Monticelli and Guerin, guys, they're young. And Dill, they're all three really young.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Kirsten Deere the other night was unbelievable against North Central College. Tonight, I mean, what can you say? She was Jennings. She faced that 3 in a row of Jennings, Hanson, and Riley Boone, and they all hit ropes. But come on, look who you're facing. So
that's the thing. It's hard to tell sometimes with the batters these pitchers are having to face with OU. You won't know a real game situation.
Hey, Torres was hitting ropes tonight. If you go back to last year, she was not – there's no way she's not going to be better this year. She's going to be so much better at the plate, I think.
Do you think she could be this year's kind of Haley Lee?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe better than that.
No, but Haley Lee last year started off really hot. I think Torres is going to – I think if you look at OU's home run lead next year, I think Torres will be top 3.
What'd you say, Hunter?
I said, wow.
What? You don't think so?
Could be.
I mean, yeah, I think you're right. But again, there's so many. I mean, Jada Coleman will lead the team in home runs.
Hunter,
I think
that's why earlier
you mentioned
Hunter earlier. You mentioned you thought this team was going to be less power, more base hits. I kind of would disagree with that. I think they're going to be more power this year. I think they hit more home runs this year than last year.
I don't mean like just singles. I'm meaning like doubles, triples. I think they're going to hit.
So you think less home runs this year, though?
Less home runs, though.
I would go more.
I think I would take the over maybe, but I do agree with Hunter that they're going to have more extra base hits because they have some speed too, and they'll be hitting gaps. Hey, I want to get to this comment from Teague here. Thanks for you guys all that are on here. We really appreciate it. You guys are rocking this right now. We do have the supers on as well. Appreciate you guys being on this live with us. Guys, I really think when Gasso goes to the portal and gets people, when she recruits, she kind of knows she does a lot of research, I think, and she brings players in that she knows will kind of fit the culture and the team. Now, it just happens to be they're also really great players, but who's the girl from Indiana we didn't get?
Tara Kern.
People are like, oh, you got to go get Kern. Yeah. You didn't. I'm not saying she wouldn't have fit, but I'm saying with Ludlam and some others, like there were some and Carly Keeney out of Liberty, right? I mean, it's like she went and found some, and she's just so great at molding him in, as Keeg said. I think that's a great point. CJ thinks we're going to have a lot more run rules this year. And that is saying a lot because we had a whole lot last year.
Yeah.
We have a lot more shutouts this year than we had last year.
And we had a lot of those last year.
Yeah.
But here's the thing on that. When you say shutouts, I would probably agree, but I think you're going to see a lot more combined shutouts. Because I think
100%.
I think Patty will throw 2 pitchers a game, maybe 3. Whereas last year, you may pitch maybe the whole game, let her shut them out. I think it's going to be a lot more of, hey, you're going to go 3 innings, you're going to go 3 innings, run rule, 2, whatever. Just to keep, because listen, when you got 6 pitchers, you got to keep them in the rotation. You can't just have them sit for 2 weeks and then come out there and pitch again. So I think you're going to be seeing a lot of more interchangeable pitching with, hey, 2 innings here for Guerin, 2 innings here for Deal, whatever it may be.
Yeah. Honestly, when you're that deep on the staff, we talked about competitive depth with BV and staff on the football team. But when you have, we know 5 right now, Carly Keeney should be back by the time the season starts with that finger issue. But when you got this deep, you kind of got to be on your game or you may not be in there very long. Maybe in the last few years, you could kind of walk some and maybe struggle. You knew it was going to be your game. So opening day, that's a great question. I'm still going Nicole May because I think she's been there. She has the experience. Opening day jitters. I think she gets to start day 1. Braden, you said Maxwell earlier this year. What do you think?
It could be Maxwell.
Well, who would you go with, Braden, right now?
Maxwell.
You would?
Yeah.
I'm
going with Braden. I think Kelly Maxwell gets the opening day start.
There is no way Kelly Maxwell is starting opening day. Mark it down.
I think it's Nicole May. I mean, I think it's going to be Nicole May.
I don't think I like Kelly Maxwell, but I don't think there's any way she's starting day 1. I think they're going to throw May over her.
Hey, Hunter, can you look this up maybe off the camera here? Because
I'll see if I can find it. Yes.
This is a great question. I'd be curious if the left field and right field fences are any deeper. We know people want to do the same. We know people want to do the same thing they did with Tiger Woods, where move the fences back. They're hitting too many bombs. Of course, OU's not going to do that maybe at their own stadium, but I would be curious on the dimensions as well. Yeah, Rick Fisher says May.
Take our bets. Let's go. No, hey, you can look it up, Hunter. I thought I heard that they didn't change it. They didn't make it longer, but I may be wrong.
Vicky, May does deserve it. If you're going off deserving, May does as well.
Oh, here we go. Kevin's calling the first bomb in the new stadium, Coleman. Kevin, are you saying a leadoff bomb by Jada?
I could definitely.
There's no way.
Jada Coleman's going to pull a Kyle Schwarber first pitch bomb.
Yep.
First home run. I've said it for I don't know how long now. The first home run this year in the new stadium will be a Brito bomb.
I think it's Kinsey Hansen. First bomb at Love's Field.
I think it's going to be Jennings.
Hey, guess what? All of those are great picks, guys.
Yeah.
He said no, just the first one hit. That's another bet. Yeah.
No, he said now just the first one hit.
No, he said nah, just the first one hit, Jay.
Oh, okay.
Cassidy Pickering, first one.
Hey, at this rate, she'll hit a home run every game. I mean, she's surprising me.
Oh, yeah.
And she's hitting a lot of opposite field home runs right now. So,
yeah, so it's great. Another great game tonight. We really appreciate all you guys being on this YouTube Live. We are going to be dropping a video later with our 3 takeaways from Battle Series Game 2. We will continue to also do these YouTube Lives at least once a week. This week we had a couple of them, but we will continue to do these all the way till season and through season. So, yeah, appreciate you guys being on here. We'll maybe drop some polls on our YouTube channel as well as our Twitter if you're not following us about maybe some of these questions that were posed tonight. Thanks, Kevin, for the comment and the shout out. Thanks all you viewers for being on here. We love Sooner softball. We know you do as well. Rick asked about redshirting anyone. That's still up in the air. we will get with that and maybe figure that out closer to the season. I don't think any decision's been made on that. But yeah, appreciate you guys joining us. If you're not subscribed, make sure you go and do that to the Sooner Surge. We will also be trying to get some more of the players on interviews as we lead up to the season. We've got several on. We'll keep working on that. Appreciate you guys being on here. As Teague says, Boomer.
Boomer.
Boomer.